Hey, Sparkstorm or Demon Slice, it's me, Sparkle Slayer, coming to this video. I am doing anime characters as gods, and I really love how they turned out, mostly the first one. So let's roll intro, and let's get into this video, and let's go. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. Okay, I have been studying multiple different types of gods for a long arse while. Sorry about my language I'm using. Just mind it. I am a very foul-mouthed person at times. It's just that when you've been around these many gods, you gain no filter and some weird abilities. But anyways, I am Christina Mora, and I am going to be talking to you about the 4 gods today. The 4 of them are, 2 of them are part of one pantheon, and the other 2 are part of 2 different pantheons. The first one is Tanjiro Kamado, major god of the sun, minor god of water, family, friends, kindness, swords, demons, and smell. You see, he's in the Demon Slayer pantheon. Demon Slayers are a group of people that are focused on, well, killing demons. There was a minor demigod known as Muzan, who Tanjiro killed. He then tried to take over Tanjiro, didn't fully succeed, but did turn the kid into a part demon. So when the kid died, it affected his ascent into godhood, which is quite rare for people. But note, all the Hizashira who have formed in the Demon Slayer corpse have all ascended to godhood. He is one of the few that are able to use 2 types. Well, only really one. But he can use, well, while he was still alive and human, he could use both the sun breathing, known as Kamikage Kagura, or Dance of the Sun God, and the other one was water breathing. The Kamikage Kagura was the only thing that could kill the demon god Muzan. So killing him was quite a feat of power. Nowadays, he has the ability to control small amounts of demons that are usually very powerful and very, very kind to humans. He is known to be the one you pray for whenever you want to kill a demon, or you want to forge a weapon and get a black blade, or if you want to make sure your water is perfectly fine and the sun will rise the next day, because he now controls the sun, when it will set and when it will rise. There is proof of all of them existing. Now, the second one, who is in the Pantheon, is also a Demon Slayer. In the Demon Slayer Pantheon, sorry. But she is what we refer to as a demon goddess, or demon god. She might sound like demigod, but I'm saying demon god. She can, well, in her past life, she was a demon for a few years of it. So when she died, and due to her help killing Muzan, she ascended to godhood, but became a demon god due to this. But she gained multiple powers due to it. Named Nezuko Kamado, sister of Tanjiro Kamado. She is the major goddess of blood and minor goddess of fire and power. And note that this file was incorrect. It's supposed to be major demigod. Demon goddess of blood and minor demon goddess of fire and power. Simple mistake, but some people forget how to spell at times. Now, just saying that she is quite powerful is quite an understatement. You see, Nezuko, being the major demon goddess of blood, she has full control over blood. That is including her own blood. Matter of factly, she had more versatile control of her own blood than anyone else's. But she can still produce a mortal like a puppet. She isn't necessarily violent, but she will use her blood to possess people if they are evil. You see, some gods have these things known as God's markings. They're either born with them or they earn them while they're alive. Nezuko's are that of vines. They appear on her arms and chest, but she originally had some on her legs. But she no longer does for some reason. Still to need to be found out. Now for her fire, she has, well, being the demon goddess of fire, she has full control over fire, but specific types of fire. Fire that is known to kill demons, and only demons, unless you are classified as someone, she would count as a demon. Demons are not all flesh-eating creatures. There are also some humans that can classify as a demon. She can also control where her body goes using her blood. She can also cause her blood to spontaneously combust into flames. And those said flames are the flames she has very good control over. And she has a single horn. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Sorry for taking so long to do the next one. I just had to get more information on him. He is from the pantheon that is known as the Alchemy Pantheon. Now, there are multiple gods in this one, but he is one of the major gods of both fire and a minor god of alchemy and power. You see, all gods of alchemy are minor gods of alchemy and power, besides the god that is known as Truth. He is and his only title is Major God of the Truth / Alchemy. You see, he was the one who allowed all these ones to ascend to godhood. Not all the gods are destined from him to be ascended to godhood, but he is the one who chose the ones who control alchemy. He, in particular, was known as the Flame Alchemist when he was still human. That was over 100 years ago, so he's quite a young god compared to others. But he still doesn't. The role of being a circle doesn't fully apply to him, or any other god for that matter. You see, he just needs the ability to create a circle around him, which he can do by generating red energy that forms a full-on circle around him. And he has a golden colored alchemy symbol engraved on his chest that would even burn through clothing he tries to wear over it. And by the snap of his fingers, he can control flames, no matter what kind of flames you throw at him. As long as they're lower than his full flame power, or fire power if you will, he can control them. Now there are other gods of fire, but in the other pantheons, and maybe a few in this one. There are a few anti-gods and a few evil gods that aren't full-on demon gods. Matter of factly, I've researched, and this pantheon alone, there are at least 7 major sin gods, or sin demon gods. It's hard to tell you the name, The name is still up for debate around people, but I personally call them sin gods because of the ability to control sins, and it's literally in their names. They're also known as artificial gods for the record. The other powers that come from him is the basic ability to deconstruct and reconstruct practically anything. And due to him wearing so many gloves in his last life, the gloves are now practically one with him. He doesn't have any god markings except for the Alchemist symbol on his chest. Other than that, he just looks like a regular human, just with extraordinary powers. Now, for the final one today. He might look a little bland, but trust me, this guy can wreck your world in so many different ways. Saitama, major god of strength and power in the OPM pantheon, minor god of training. The only reason why he is a god is because of his stupidly high training. Now, most people could reach godhood if they did his training, but they wouldn't have reached godhood with his training. But the reason why he did is because he had something called a god seed he was born with. And a god seed is something rare. When I say rare, I mean really rare. God seed allows someone to be very good in anything they choose. It could awaken at during a time of life. For him, it awakened when he started doing brutal training that registered him as 100 sit-ups, 100 foot-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 squats, a 10-kilometer run every single day, a small breakfast, the other two meals being really large, no heating in the winter, and no cooling in the summer. All those allow the god seed to activate and allowing him to become the major god of power and strength. Now, his strength, while human, was still god strength. God level strength. So, sorry about that. My food just got done. And, well, like I was saying. So saying he's strong is practically an understatement. He was as strong as a god physically. He now has other abilities, like the ability to control energy, due to him being the god of strength in that pantheon. He also, while human, had a student that was the god of, soon to be god of cyborgs, known as Genos. You see, he's also what's known as a pure god. A pure god is a god that is a pure to another, like died and became a god due to another god's wishes. A god has pretty much unlimited wishes that can cause someone to become a god. And that is the exact occurrence that happened when he decided he wanted Genos and his wife to become gods with him so he wouldn't be real lonely. And due to becoming a god, he can now fully control his strength. So, no more killing enemies in a single punch, because from what I've prayed to him and talked to him through, he said that while he was still alive, and also from the research I've gathered, he was quite depressed until he met Genos. He started lightening up a bit, and we met his soon-to-be a partner, and later girlfriend, then later wife. He first found her quite annoying and a little child, but now they're both happily married with each other in the realm of the gods in this world. Now, that's all for today. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time I got for today's video. Until next time, subscribe today to join the Sparks Dummy or do you want thoughts. Goodbye and peace out, everyone.